design cycle, our problem was given to us, so it was up to us to search for solutions. We spent a lot of time brainstorming and coming up with different ideas for what the bubble machine would look like.
After we came up with all those ideas, our next challenge was narrowing and selecting and picking the best of those ideas. So we went over to the library and we played around with ideas and decided which ones we thought would work the best for the resources that we had and the skills that we had as a group.
We built in the craft center, and this gave us a lot of resources to use, like saws and wood and other things.
So at first, our bubble machine didn't blow bubbles because the disc was spinning too fast, and we fixed that by using a rubber band.
And then the bubbles started clumping and just making this big long group because they were all sticking to the bubble solution that was on the CD. And this was a big problem, as one of the requirements was to make sure that the machine didn't drool. So eventually we switched to pipe cleaners and got clean detached bubbles.
So for our bubble solution, we use corn syrup, glycerin, industrial looking dishwashers. So like stuff like Dawn, Mrs. Myers, Tide, Borax, those all helped us to kind of give us an idea of what type of solution we can create using these bubbles. And that's the best part about it. We had so many things to experiment with and help us create the solution.
A big problem that we had along the way was finding a tank to hold our bubble solution that would allow for the rotation of the disc, but also be small and concise.
Also, in order to make our project look nicer, we made a paper mache wolf head to put on top for FEDD.
During the actual FEDD day, we placed 6th place, got 32 points, and met all the project requirements. These project requirements include being able to vary bubble size and bubble speed.
Unfortunately, our project didn't look extremely aesthetically pleasing, and we tried to duct tape it and cut it up to help make it look slightly better for the actual design day.
And this is because we really started to worry about the aesthetics the night before FEDD, because we had just gotten it working and we wanted to look nice, but we really didn't have enough time. So we, like Aditya said, did the duct tape the night of, and it was just stressful.
Also, last minute our motor broke, so we had to send one of our team members back to the resource room on the line back to get a new one.
Something that we would change is that a lot of times we were unprepared for our group meetings, which led to a lack of productivity, and we would end up getting 1 hour work done in a 3-hour meeting because we were worried about, do we have the right resources, are we doing the right thing, before we could actually worry about making a bubble blowing machine.
Also, we neglected research kind of purposely because we wanted to try to be original and have our own ideas in our bubble machine and our bubble design, which ended up just hurting us a lot, and we ended up having to catch up and do that research later in the design process. So don't try to be original, and you can use the internet.
Also, we got really hung up on our first idea for our prototype, which was using CDs, and it wasn't working. We tried several things, we tried putting hot glue around the rims of the holes, drilling small holes, and finally we just decided to go with something different and use pipe cleaners, and that worked a lot better.
We kind of spent too much time on our bubble solution as well, trying to make it fancy. We tried to do glow-in-the-dark bubble solution as well as scented bubble solutions and other things like that. And we didn't really try to keep it simple, so we wish we did, so that we could have a better product in the end. So
a piece of advice, invest time in research, because research is very helpful, especially when you're building.
Advice would be to use campus resources and use those resources before you buy the materials that you need. Because as we went to the resource room late in our building, and we kind of realized that we didn't really need to buy anything because it was all there. As well as make sure you check out the craft center and use those valuable campus resources in the making of your project.
Also, really read the directions carefully and the information that you're given, and talk to your guru. They're very knowledgeable, they can help you a lot, and they're at FEDD to see your project, so if you can build that relationship, it won't only help you for this project, but for later in your undergraduate career.
Our major advice and our major takeaway from this project is to build sooner. we can repeat that together.
Build sooner.
Because if we did start building sooner, we wouldn't have run into as many problems as we did, and we'd have completed way before FEDD Day, and we could have run out all the kinks and help make our project better. And of course, have fun. If it's not fun, then why build it at all?
Please stay I'm so sorry.
Go.
Wait.